Today we will look at our second most fundamental movement, rolling, which incorporates our most fundamental movement, breathing. The desire to roll in an infant comes from the need to get the head positioned to see, hear, and smell better. Our body will tend to naturally follow our head, so a common focus will be subtle head and eye movements. However, the big secrets for rolling are at the beginning of the BLESS acronym, breathing and lengthening. But efficiency, symmetry, and stabilization will also come into play. In general, we'll tend to exhale as we roll from our backs to our fronts, since we are flexing our trunk. We'll inhale as we roll from our fronts to our backs, since we'll be extending our trunks. As always, play with your breath to discover what works best for you. Lengthening is the real key to rolling because it gives us a solid axis over which to rotate. So perhaps the most fundamental precursor to rolling is lengthening the feet and hands away from each other on the side we are rolling over. Lay on the ground and lengthen your hands and feet away from each other without rolling. You might notice that they naturally lift off the ground. Play with the same side and opposite side lengthening, as each can contribute successfully to different types of rolling. Play with several types of rolling patterns in this video. Upper body only, lower body only, no limb rolling, and the hard roll. We always want to roll on both sides, and where possible, both back to front and front to back. Observing symmetry among these various options may expose some weaknesses in our motor patterns that we did not know were there, so rolling serves as both a test and corrective movement. Moving slowly and being prepared to reverse the movement at any moment requires us to concentrate on efficiency and stabilization during our rolling. Now let's look at the details for each of the 4 types of rolls. We'll start upper body only, back to front, or supine to prone. The first step is to inhale as we lengthen the side of the body we will roll onto. Then we raise the opposite arm and head to initiate the roll while exhaling, letting the lower body passively follow until we are on our stomachs. Roll back, we repeat those steps by lengthening the side of the body we are about to roll onto and inhaling as we raise our head and arm to initiate the roll. Again, the lower body passively follows. Try this roll on both sides, noticing any asymmetries and working more on the side that challenges you. Next, we'll look at the lower body only roll, back to front. First step, again, is to lengthen the side we are rolling towards. But now we lift the opposite leg and rotate at the hips to initiate the roll. The upper body should passively follow, and if your upper body was really quiet, you'll notice your arms are crossed at the forearms when you complete the roll. The return roll starts with lengthening the side we are rolling towards, bending the knee of the opposite leg, while lifting and rotating to initiate the roll. The no limbs roll, back to front, is done without arms or legs touching the ground. The arms and legs are lengthened and they should naturally rise off the ground. The roll is initiated by rotating and lifting the head towards the side you are rolling onto, while rotating the slightly flexed spine and pelvis to the same side. Rolling back is the reverse sequence of events and requires a slight extension of the spine to roll over. Our final roll today is the hard roll, which uses a diagonal rolling axis. We're going to start on our backs with the knee and the opposite elbow lifted and touching in front of our torso. These should remain in contact through the entire roll. Gray Cook recommends practicing with a $20 bill pinched between your knee and elbow. If you drop it, donate it to your favorite charity. The roll is only to the same side as the knee to the ground and back. The secret is to lengthen between the arm and leg that remain on the ground during the movement. Initiate the roll using your head both over and back. As for all these rolls, pay close attention when it is easier or smoother rolling one way, and work on improving the roll with which you have difficulty. Rolling is a great way to check out how well you are performing one of the first movement patterns an infant masters. If you feel you are good and symmetric in your rolling skills, you might periodically revisit them as a checkup, especially if you've had an injury. If you notice some asymmetries, you might want to work on those more regularly. As always, remember to have fun. PAMPER is an enjoyable and effective way to improve movement quality. If you are constantly tight, sore, or injured, you may want to pamper yourself. Are you ready to learn more? Then check out the links below or some of our other videos. Thanks for watching.